Richie Stephens and General Ling. I do want to talk about it because there are some allegations that he actually was the one that child. I don't know if you know Richie Stephens, but he's a singer. He's a Jamaican dancehall singer. I think he's a gospel singer now. He hasn't been in the media for a long time, as you know, he's not one of the top artists standing today. However, this woman came out, General Ling. She's from Singapore, and she stated that they were in Australia, and she was on tour with him, and her friend had left, and and she stayed back to do work, and he was talking to her and telling her about his mom and what was going on with his mom, and he asked her for a hug, and she gave him the hug, and then he sexually assaulted her. um I did watch her testimony that she put on YouTube. He did come back and respond and say that she's looking for views and that she's a video editor, and that's her job and that's what she's doing. She's trying to do like her YouTube channel, and she wants people to give her views and stuff like that, and she knows how to edit, and that's why she did what she did and so on. He said that there was like the police were called, he was arrested, a rape kit was done, and he was let go in Australia. So, um, I don't know. So I wanted to talk about it because, you know, everybody's talking about, Tanya Stephens and everything. So Tanya Stephens is talking about it. Tanya Stephens is a Jamaican reggae artist too. They was very popular and around her time. And her music still stands, just like Richie Stephens' music still stands. But she's been in the media saying that she was also sexually assaulted by a dancehall artist, like a big diesel dancehall artist. This man looked like a big diesel man to me, allegedly. She doesn't want to talk about who is the one that assaulted her for some reason. So she's now using this situation with General Ling to say that's one of the reasons why she has not come out with the name, but naming her accuser. I believe General Ling. I believe her because I have watched her testimony, and I believe her based upon the things that she said. I have friends that have been assaulted before, and the MO sounds it's just the same. Like, this person is talking to you about something that's emotional to them, and then they use a situation to prey on a person, and I have seen it before. So, and I've experienced things with people that know how to manipulate women and female that try things like that. So I don't doubt that something occurred. The woman said that he assaulted her 3 times in the space of one night, or in the time frame that they were in there together. And she went live with Mr. Vegas. He interviewed her, and also people were questioning her about, like, how could she let somebody do that 3 times to her. And I'm just like, is these people real? Because there are people who've been assaulted for days. There are people who've been locked up for days. There are people who somebody had them for 3 days, 5 days. Okay, so some of them, they chopped them up, or they left them on the side of the road, or whatever. Some of them they let go. Like, he's a big artist, so he's not gonna do that. He probably felt like while he was doing it, he was like, bring her around. Like, I don't know. Like, that's how people are, and that's what people do. When you are a predator, there is no reasoning or justification of a predator of why it was done or what it is. It's no justification. I'm not impressed. The artist is not even somebody that we're talking about. This is not a current artist. It's not somebody that is in the media today as somebody who's currently performing or something that you could get some light or some shine off. He's saying she's looking for clout. Looking for clout by coming out with an allegation like this, because he said, oh, she came to YouTube. No, she did press charges, and whatever happened with the case in Australia, we don't know. We don't know what the laws are over there. We don't know what the atmosphere is over there towards women or men or an artist such as himself or anything like that. So we cannot say. But allegedly, for this to occur, and what she is saying is that this is a person that is flying the banner. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Bobby. I really appreciate it. Mwah. You know, I try to come together with the fashions just to make sure that I make it, you know, exciting and enticing for you guys. When you see Cafetiere Lavish, you know, it's just like, what is she gonna wear today? You know, cheap and clean, but you don't know it already. Look, when I look at mix tonight, but I'm mostly look cheap and clean. Cause you know I love my cheap and clean, and you know I love put it together. Anyway, so um yeah, so General Ling, she did come, she did say all of she said or whatever. And you know, it's not easy to recount a sexual assault. It's not easy to come out and say this, whether you're doing it on YouTube, whether you're doing it, you know, writing a book, whatever it is. It is the Me Too movement. And she is Me Tooing Richie Stephens. So we need to understand. And there are other allegations before this. Now, I am just bringing this today, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to give you an update, and we're going to do a little bit about Richie Stephens so we can understand who this man is and talk about the character so that we can try to understand a little bit more what's going on. Because we want to know. The people want to know. I have questions. The world has questions. Like, if you have been accused multiple times for the same thing, then at some point we have to start looking at you as like, are you an habitual offender? What's going on? Like, why is it that your name always a call upon the same thing? Yeah. All right, and that's it for Richie Stephens. So we're going to go ahead and keep watching for whatever updates are going to occur as far as, you know, where this goes. I think General Ling is going to stay in the media, stay talking about it, keeping it relevant so that, you know, we can get the predator off the streets. We need to know what's going on. That's the next step. We get the predator off the streets. That's what we're going for. Because if it's the predator out here, there's no way that we're going to have that predator walking around and doing what they've done to her, to anybody else. And that's why she's speaking out. And Tanya Stephens, she should speak out too, because if that person is in dancehall and you were in you're in the music scene and you know what it is for women, you know, you're warning women, you should be warning women about these artists. If you're not even telling them straight up, then you should let us know who it is. Because just the same as how we do what we do with just the same as how we do what we do with you know, talking out about what's happened, we have to be able to call names. We have to call names, we have to pinpoint our accusers, and we have to save more people. We have to stop this from happening and make sure it never happens again. Like, it's so many people that we don't know what has occurred since then. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, nobody could tell you as a victim when to heal, when to stop, when to go, when to come. But I feel like where we are in the atmosphere that we're in, I don't care if it's a million people saying, oh, they don't believe her. There are people like me that believe her. And there are people like me that will believe you, Tanya Stephens, because you've been talking about it for a long time and your story never changed. So we want to know the accuser. Is it Richie Stephens that is the one that assaulted you? That's the question I have. So let me know down below what you believe. Do you know anything about Tanya Stephens? Do you know anything about her accusation for the rape, the assaulter in dancehall that assaulted her in the studio one day or whatever occurred? And also, do you believe that Richie Stephens did do this to General Ling? Do you think General Ling is looking for clout? Let me know down below, because your feedback is always welcome. Thank you. All right, and so that's it. I do want to talk about Jahcure. Jahcure is over there in, let's say exactly where Jahcure is at, because Jahcure is overseas somewhere, right? And some performance occur, and I don't know if you know Jahcure. Jahcure is also a Jamaican reggae artist. I am discussing Jahcure, and I'm also discussing Richie Stephens because it's international news. Because, you know, I don't really like to bring the Jamaican news because, you know, the people then will say a bad mind and stuff. But when it comes to touching the international arena, then I don't mind. This is why I do what I do. So we bring a broader scale to things, and this is the labrish now. You know, I don't labrish a lot, but today we are going to labrish. Jahcure was arrested after allegedly stabbing a reggae promoter in Amsterdam. I think the reggae promoter's name is, they gave us the name, but I'm not seeing it now. in my phone, you know. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So Jahcure, whose real name is Jahcure Alcock, was reportedly arrested in the Netherlands over the weekend for allegedly stabbing Ricardo Blake. Jahcure was scheduled for an event at the Melkweg venue in Amsterdam on September 29th, and the incident supposedly occurred on October 2nd. Nobody really knows what occurred between Jahcure and Blake as to why Jahcure has stabbed the man, but he was arrested. And the news was broken on the 5th. So, actually the 3rd. Well, they broke the news on the 2nd. He was arrested from the 2nd. Apparently, he was arrested from the 2nd. So, I'm not seeing anything else. Really and truly, I don't know what to say about Jahcure, because after Jahcure went to jail and do all that time for the sexual assault and got a second chance at life and come back out, he does a lot of craziness. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't even, like, when Jahcure was in jail and releasing the good music, I don't know which management he was under. I don't know what occurred. It seemed like the jailhouse song them sound better than the reggae outside song them, and it seemed like him just did need for the on ice. I don't know if the man grabbed Jahcure. I don't know if the man put Jahcure in a bad light. You know how it go when, people use your name as an artist to say that you're doing an event and things don't go right and the contractual agreement is not right or whatever occurred. But this is just the tea today. I wanted to let you know. So we are patiently waiting to hear what is going to occur with Jahcure. We need an update. We want to find out, will he be released? Is he being released? Like, what's going on? What's going on with the man that he stabbed up? Like, all of these things. So that's what we're looking for, the latest tea, to see exactly what is going on with that. So, and I hope that Jahcure is released. I hope that he have a good reason for this. There's never really a good reason. Okay, wait. Yeah, there's never really a good reason. But yeah, that was today this was released. I don't even see an update on it. So there's never really a good reason for something like that, but I'm not exactly certain what happened with Jahcure and this promoter. And promoter, there are issues that you can have with a promoter that will push people over the edge. When it comes to money, people will do many things. But I'm just wondering why Jahcure would forget that he's in another country. Number one, why would he pull a weapon on somebody, and why would he use it in another country, overseas, where it doesn't belong? So these are questions that I have. Any questions that you have, let me know down below. Give me your feedback and let me know what you think about this stabbing of Jahcure.